Right then, definitely something I say too much, but right then, let's get on with today, Friday. I've prepped and washed the Range Rover. That's ready to be polished now. I've not filmed any of the wash stage because I don't want to do that every time because it'll get a bit repetitive. So I'm mainly going to focus, this week's video is going to be about paint enhancement and paint correction. So the Range Rover is having a paint enhancement, this is having a paint correction. And I'll show you the difference between it. But say for instance now, this is going up for sale, and as you can see under the light there, it's a bit grey, it's a bit scratched up. The whole process, what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to spend roughly 6 hours polishing it, doing bigger sections with the polisher to get a quick layer of it off, if you know what I mean. Whereas a correction, I would focus on smaller patches at a time and do it like that. So let's get some polishing done and show you how it works, basically. So yeah. Right then, so let me show you what I'm looking for in an enhancement. For example now, I'm using a Cartec white pad and I'm using Kosh Chemi F6, which is a finer cut polish. It's more of a finishing polish, but you can get results out with it. So for an enhancement, this is what I'm looking for. So as you can see, the grey, dull, scratch, swirled paintwork. If we come over to where I've polished, which is here and this little section here, there is a scratch down the middle here, but an enhancement isn't there to remove stuff like this. It's to get rid of this layer of oxidization and light swirl marks, because over years and years in time, this builds up and dulls the paintwork and makes it look like that, dead cloudy. So an enhancement polish is to bring out that clarity again, and it does remove majority of the swirls. So in terms of like a bang for buck package, like I've said on a previous video, it is the most popular option because of that. Because if you're going to sit there and correct that paintwork fully, you know, you're looking at an extra, anywhere from an extra £500 to £100 to £1,000. So it is a great package for any sort of car, a new car, an old car. Obviously, older cars like this car's 15 years old. It's a great package. So, and especially this customer's going to sell this car after this has been done. So if you think about potential buyers looking at the car, they go, oh, the paintwork on that looks great. They're not really going to kick tires and go, oh, what about this and that? You know, the car will look, for the age of the car, it will look mint. So I'll do some polishing clips after this and let's see how we get on for the rest of the day. So as you can see from that polishing clip, I'm working in much bigger sections than I would be if I was doing a correction. A correction takes a lot longer, obviously, because I'm working to get as many defects as I can out of the paintwork. Whereas an enhancement, it's not, well, we call it a quick mop, but realistically it's not a quick mop. You know, it's still a day's work. But if you look at the paintwork now, do you want your paintwork to look like this or like this? Major difference. So let's get cracking. So the front end is coming together now. It's looking quite nice. I've just done the bonnet, wings, bumper. I'm back to the headlights now. As you can see, they're a bit oxidized and look a bit yellow. So I'm going to hit them with the rotary now, get all that crap off, refine it out, get rid of the holograms, and that will be the front end looking absolutely mint. Moving on, we'll get the doors done, and then probably head home and finish the rest on Sunday, because the UFC is on tomorrow afternoon, so I fancy watching the fights for a change. So going to get as much done as I can tonight without it being too late. So yeah, I'll get the headlights done now, and we'll see how we are in a bit. Right, so where we're at with the Range Rover, I've done the front end, so the bonnet, wings, headlights, bumper, that's all done. Just moving down along the car now. Getting some pretty good results. The water drips are making my life a bit of hell, so I need to blow it off again. But just to give you an example now of the panels, so if I show you the bottom side of the door here now, I'll just flip the camera around. So I've got the light directly on the panel here. You can see all the swirls there. In an enhancement, this is ideally what we're looking for. That type of finish. If I come to the back, you can see swirls are gone. You can still see a little bit of haze. All that is it just needs buffing off again. But compared to that, I would say it is very good. If I just bring you around to the front of the car now and show you the bonnet, yeah, put the light on there. The flack in this paintwork is absolutely crazy. Look at all that. Can you see it? That is beautiful. But you're looking at one very, very shiny Range Rover. This will need a good wipe down once I'm all done, because there's so many gaps on these that just dust gets into. But I'm going to finish this back end now. It's getting a bit cold in here tonight, and what I'm worried about is, with it being cold, if the clear coat's going to be expanding or not. Because sometimes you can polish a panel, it'll look great, come back the next day and the swirls will have reappeared. And that's with the clear coat expanding with the heat and it being so cold. So I'm going to get up to the back end, and then I'm going to come back on Sunday and get the rest of it finished. And hopefully the finish is what it is. But these are things you've got to think about when you're doing this type of job. So getting a good result, cracking on. So another hour or so left before I head home and relax for the evening. So we've got this part of the door finished now. If we roll the clip from the last clip of what the door looked like and compare it to what it looks like now, now you might think, hang on a minute, there's still scratches in there. But an enhancement is, as I said earlier, just to remove a lot of the crap off the paintwork, to bring that shine back. As you can see, the fleck in that has completely come back. If I show you compared to the panels on the rest of the car, just flip you around here now. So the rear quarter here, as you can see, all of that there, that is what we remove on an enhancement. Because if I come over here, it's not there. And if I come round to the other side, this door here, we compare it, covered in swirls and oxidization. Same here. And we come over to this wing. Look at the fleck in that bonnet. I'll tell you what, you have got to love a black car. just looking at this now, one whole side is done, it just looks like a mirror, because it's one of those colours where if you look down the side of it, you know, it just looks like a mirror. It looks class. Just finished polishing this section now. As you can see, a lot of the swirls gone. You can see all that flake. For some reason, the camera's picking up a lot of haze, but in person, there's nothing there. So I'll have to revisit this tomorrow or Sunday and see how it looks. This is a bit of a, I don't know, some dodgy repair someone else has done. That's not me being dodgy with the polisher, it's just a bit of, I don't know, it looks a bit like overspray to me, but yeah, that's that side of the car done. Looking absolutely stunning. So when I return on Sunday, I'll get the boot, back bumper and the passenger side done. Give the interior a spruce up and she'll be good to go. Ready to go for sale. If I had the money spare, I'd definitely have this. Very nice car, very nice. But I've already got one that's broken. I don't need two. Anyway, until Sunday, I'll see you then. Peace. Right then, how are we doing? It's currently 9:30 on Saturday night. I've popped down to the unit on my way to Wrexham. It's just to spend a couple of hours getting ahead of myself for tomorrow. Because ideally tomorrow I just want to be able to do the interior and have it pretty much done. I've done pretty much most of the back end. I've just got to do the 2 passenger side doors. So I'll do them tomorrow and then do the interior. Probably roughly 2.5, 3 hours work. So a nice easy Sunday. But the car is come together and it's looking absolutely phenomenal. Let me flip it around now and show you. The gloss and the clarity in that paintwork. Santorini black, I believe it is. But it's literally a mirror. Like you can just see it there, look. It looks like a mirror. Absolutely lovely. If I had the money right, like I said before, I'd have this in a heartbeat. There's a few bits and bobs on the back which I've spent a bit of extra time sorting. So, just like, I'll throw a picture up here of what that looked like. But there's a load of like rust stains down here. That's all been removed. I've a go tomorrow a bit better at doing this. It's come out decently well compared to what it was, but I want to see if I can get that out completely. Need to go over here again as well, but these are all just finishing touches to do. The car's looking so good. Whoever buys this car is a very lucky person. It's lovely. It's the 4.4, I believe. But yeah, looking good. I will catch up with you all tomorrow when I'm back to finish it off and do handover. Or it might be Monday we do handover, I don't know. I need to check with the customer, but we are looking A1. Right, so just an update. It's now Sunday. I'm back in the unit and we're here to finish the Range Rover. Just got these 2 door panels to do now and the polishing is more or less done. There's a few little tidbits that I want to go around and get done. Little scratches and marks, which I tend to do at the end, because if I do everything and get out of the way, that means I've got a bit more time to focus on those little bits, and that's what really makes a detail perfect. So I'm going to get this done today. I'll do the interior after I've done all the polishing work. Hopefully get out of here for about 6 o'clock or maybe 7. I want to be home by 8 anyway because the F1's on, so watch the Mexico Grand Prix. So I'm going to just do these 2 doors now. So I've got this door and just this section to do here. I've just done the top bit there. It's great, isn't it? Just looks like a mirror. Look at that. Bloody lovely. the Range Rover is all done. It is 7:20 in the evening on Sunday night. I'm going to flip around now so we can have a look at this bloody lovely car. So in this package, the customers, as you've seen, he's had a paint enhancement. Well, before that, it's had a full wash, decontamination, paint enhancement. We've then gone over it with a layer protection and done an inside deep clean. So it is looking now like a brand new car. And if I take you inside, looking nice and fresh in here as well. All the leather cleaned, steering wheel, absolutely everything. It's all been deep cleaned, dashboard, vents, everything. Same in the back, all seats cleaned, all the door cards. These can be a bit of a pain sometimes with the age of them. But they've not come up too bad, to be honest. So can't really complain. It's looking very nice. So I'm going to message the customer now, tell them they can come and pick it up. I've not recorded a thing today. It is Monday. I've had a very busy day. Started off, did I record this morning? I think I did. So the previous clip would have been probably around 8 o'clock this morning. It's now 7:30 in the evening. I've done 2 maintenance cleans, which I'll pop pictures of here and here. A Range Rover and a Transit MSRT. Then this afternoon, Henry from HJ Construction dropped his Discovery off for a quick in and out, so that's been in. And as well, my mum and dad have been over and fitted my kitchen finally, which has been in the unit next door since I moved in. And now I've got a bit of organisation in my little staff room, whereas now I've got all my coffees and teas and whatnot. There is plugs being put here tomorrow, so don't worry about this. So there'll be 2 plugs in the back of the wall here. We've got all the polishing stuff nice and arranged. Half of these pads need cleaning, some of them need throwing away. I've not been through them yet. I've just put them in there so they look nice and tidy. And there's a bit of organisation back in this room, getting ready for my I need a desk chair to go on my desk over there. And yeah, we've got a customer dropping a BMW X3 off. A BMW X3, let me say that a bit more clearly, in about 15 minutes. I'm gonna probably wash that tonight and finish it tomorrow. Or if the customer wants to pick it up tonight, I'll just get it done tonight. So yeah, busy day. I am gonna start the Aston Martin tomorrow, 100% starting it. I'm also getting fibre fitted at the unit, which I can't wait. So yeah, I'll catch you all tomorrow on Tuesday. Peace. We're now on Tuesday. I'm recording on my new 17 Pro Max, and the front camera can now do 4K 60 and landscape. That's mental, that is. That looks as good as the back camera. I have to get used to doing it this way. So I've just finished off the X3. I just need to put a layer of protection on it and it's ready to be collected. I've also got this Volvo has been dropped off short notice. It's had a milk spill, so we're going to take out the passenger seat, give it a full extraction, clean, steam clean, dry it out and put the seat back in and it'll be good to go, no smells. And then once that's done, probably around 2 o'clock, we're going to give this a quick blast with the, well, give it a quick blast of snow foam, dry it off, and we're going to spend about 6 or 7 hours today polishing this, and that should get us around halfway, and then I'll get it done over the next few days by the end of the week. So yes, let's get this finished, get the Volvo in, and yeah, crack on. So just an update on where we are. The BMW is ready to go. That's getting picked up at 4:30. On the Volvo, I've had the seat out. If I put pictures up somewhere here and here, got a hole in my glove. I've had the seat out. It's a good job I did get the seat out, because underneath the seat there's like a well where the vents go, and there's like a fuse box underneath. Underneath that box, the milk was like sat underneath and puddled. Now, I could have cleaned that without taking the seat out, but having taken the seat out, I've got access to all the areas, and the whole floor has been steam cleaned, as you can see here. The method to do this type of job is you don't want to just hoover it up and leave it. The enzymes in the milk will cling to the carpet, and eventually over time, you know, the car will start stinking and it'll just smell horrible. So you want to extract as much as you can, get a cleaner on it, steam clean it, because the steam will kill the bacteria and the enzymes and everything like that. Extract it again, steam it, extract, steam, extract. I like to go over it a few times just to make sure. And while the seat was out, I also did underneath the seat as well. So yeah, that's all it is really, and waiting for it to dry. The carpet was dry before I put the seat back in, so I've just ran the car on heat and put the heat seat on, and there's no smell, nothing, so that's all good. Customer did request to have the whole interior done, so just cracking on with the boot now, and then I'll get everything cleaned inside, and this should be ready to go at 3, and we're going to spend the rest of the day polishing that, and I am going to polish it. I'll catch you in a bit. I'm not going to lie to you, I did nothing last night. I ended up going home early because I was very tired, and I've overslept this morning, so yeah, just one of those things. So I've come to the unit today, and I've just done a test patch on the Aston, which I'll flip you around now and show you. So you've seen me do a couple of enhancements recently, and what I'd normally do on an enhancement is I would probably do something like, say this bonnet now, I would do half and half, or I would even just do the whole thing in one, because all we're looking for is an improvement. We're not looking to actually correct things. So this is a correction, so I've just done this area here, basically, just there. Now, I am happy with these results compared to this, but however, I would prefer it if there were less marks. So what I'm going to do is a little trick. This combo is working okay. It's a Cartec white pad and a Koshkani F6. Instead of just relying on that and having to do multiple different passes, a cheeky trick which you can do is, obviously I'll test if this works now, and if it gets decent results. But I'm going to get some Kosh H9, which is a heavy cutting compound, and all I'm going to do is on my pad, I'm going to put 2 little drops of the F6 single stage well, I say single stage, it's a fine cut polish, so I would consider that a single stage polish. And it's getting good results, but it just needs that extra little bite. So a couple of dots of that on the pad, and then I'm going to put a small dot of this on the pad as well. That will just give it a bit of a bite, and it should cut better. But obviously that does mean you have to work it in a bit longer and make sure it's refined out, because you can be left with holograms and all that after. So let's try that now and see how we get on. Right, so obviously this is the current state of the paintwork all over the car, like this. So what I've just done is I've done that trick which I just mentioned, a little dab of cutting compound on the pad as well as the micro cut compound, and we're left with that sort of finish. There are some, obviously there will be some deeper marks, but we're not cutting this paint back. And to get that type of result without using any sort of microfiber pad or, you know, having to do it in 2 stages, I'm quite happy with that result. I don't know where I was in the last clip, but I've been making some good progress. I'll roll some pictures, some befores and afters right here to see what we're working with and what kind of results we're getting. So I've done the boot, this rear quarter and the back bumper. I'm just going to do this rear quarter now here, and then I think tomorrow afternoon, because I've got a deep clean in the morning intended now, tomorrow afternoon I'm going to spend probably the rest of tomorrow getting majority of the front done. So by the time I finish today, I should only have the doors and the wings and the bonnet to do. I'm going to do the roof before I leave today. And then Friday I can just tidy the interior up and it's ready to go. But yeah, it's pretty good, to be honest. I sometimes struggle with jobs like this because when you look at it, you go, oh, there's so much work to do. But when you start, you know, polishing and you start getting the results and the paintwork's coming up, you know, more or less mint. Like this quarter panel has been resprayed. It was covered in sanding marks. It looked horrendous. And now, after a good single stage, you know, it's looking brand new again. And I genuinely can't wait until I can take pictures of this car complete and done, because it's going to be just going to look great basically. So I'm going to get some more time lapses of me polishing, and yeah, let's crack on. I have spent probably about 5 hours today, and in that 5 hours I've done both quarter panels on the rear, the boot and the rear bumper. Just to put that into context, if this was an enhancement, I probably would have had this car done in 5 or 6 hours. But as you can see from the time lapses of me polishing, what I'm essentially doing is, if I just show you like I did earlier, an enhancement, I would probably do that, I wouldn't do it all in one, but I'd split it in half and do one side either per go. But whereas with an actual correction, I'm looking to get the most that I can out of the paintwork. So I've done this in 3 quarters, so one there, one in the middle and one on the side. Same for these rear quarters. On an enhancement, normally I would just do top and bottom. Whereas on this, I've done this section, this section, this section, this section, this section, this section, and this section. So that's what, around 6 sections per pass with the polisher. What I'm doing there is I'm working in a smaller area, creating more heat, and that is chipping away slowly, more slowly at the defects. So got cracking results today. I'm going to come back tomorrow afternoon and get hopefully most of it done, and then we're going to have it finished on Friday. So I will see you all tomorrow on Thursday. You might not actually see the finished result actually, because the video will go live tomorrow night from this past week. So if I get most of it done, I should be able to show it off, but it'll probably be next week when you see the full finished article. But yeah, until tomorrow, peace. So I would like my videos to go out every Thursday quite early in the afternoon, but just for this week, I'm gonna upload it a bit later on this evening, just so I can show you a bit of progress that's been made on the Aston Martin. So let me flip you around now and we can have a look at how shit hot this car looks. So, where we were up to, we got to the rear quarter panel there. So today, this door, the pillar, whole front end, have all been polished. The blue is popping out so much. The only thing left to do now is this passenger door, the other half of the roof, and this pillar. And then wing mirrors as well. So there's obviously finishing touches to do as well. This car looks like it's been polished in the past because there's bits of polish residue tucked away in the panel gaps. So before this goes, I want to make sure that all that's clean, all that's perfect, and it looks perfect. So what I'll do is the post will go live on my social media over the weekend. So if you want to have a look at it, go to my Facebook, which is Groovy Detailing North Wales. Same for my Instagram, Groovy Detailing North Wales. Head over there. I'll put a link in the description. Ooh, can't, bit congested. So yeah, I'll put the links in the description for them. And then I'll roll some B-roll now of some before and afters and some progress that's been made. And yeah, if you've liked this video, press the like button. Remember to subscribe, it's completely free. And I will catch you next week when we have a BMW X3 to polish, a new ID Buzz to polish, and yeah, another busy week. So until next week, see you then, peace.